Choose a piece of fruit on which to conduct your experiment. First, hold the piece of fruit in your hands and close your eyes. Now feel it all over. Examine every part of it with your fingers, especially using your fingertips because they're so ultra sensitive. Is the skin as smooth as you first expected? Is it cold or hot? Is it springy or firm? Don't rush any part of this exercise. The more you relish each section, the more you will get out of it. When you feel you really know what it's like, move it closer to your nose and, still keeping your eyes closed, smell the piece of fruit. Take a deep breath in and feel that breath being sucked all the way down into your stomach so that you're actually drinking in the smell of it. Is it a sweet smell? Or is it sharp? Are you aware of a slightly chemical odor? Keep taking deep breaths and wallow in the experience of really smelling every nuance of scent. Does the stem part of the apple smell different from the base? When you feel you know its odor thoroughly, open your eyes. Now look at an apple properly, as if for the first time in your life. Study the shape of it. Is it symmetrical? If not, how is one half different from the other? Look at the color and notice how different shades run around the apple. Then look at where the stem grows. Study it intently. What about the base? Now turn your attention to the skin itself. Look at each line and ridge and each tiny indent. Study it for as long as you like. You should now know your apple intimately. You should feel that if you put it in a bowl of apples and got someone to hand you one at random, you'd know straight away if it was yours, because you now know there is no other apple like it in the world. Once you feel you could pass the test, then take a bite of it. Bite it slowly, feeling the juice splash up against your lips, noting the crispness of the flesh and the different texture of the skin. Hold it in your mouth for a moment before you chew, closing your lips together. It's hard to do this because your natural reflexes are to chew. Can you taste much in this state? If so, what? Hold your nose closed for a brief moment. Now, can you taste anything? Breathe again through your nose and start to chew, but very slowly and deliberately. Again, this is hard for many people because they usually eat at a much fast rate. Try to chew it for at least 30 chews. It will probably take a great effort not to swallow it before then. Can you define what it tastes like? Most people would say, it's an apple. It tastes like an apple, that's all. But what is an apple taste? Imagine defining it to a person who has never experienced an apple before. As you swallow, feel the apple sliding down into your system. Feel it nurture and enrich you. Now you've started eating the apple, you might feel as well finished it. So as you continue eating, let your thoughts dwell on the apple's origins. It started from a tiny seed. Think about planting that seed in the soil, covering it and watering it. Think about how the plant was nurtured, drinking in the sun and rain and goodness from the soil, slowly growing and expanding. Think about the blossoms that came, how they died away, and how small apples started to form. Think about their growth, their eventual harvest, and the possible journey they made to arrive in your hands. Have you finished the apple now? Open up the core and look at its tiny seeds. If you feel the urge to plant them in a small pot of soil and nurture them, why not do so? Ashe.